Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we'll be discussing nannies. I feel like this is one of my most favorite topics, and it's just because these are people that you bring into your home and they stay in your house and they take care of your children and they manage your home and they really do play a very important role. So I am deep in when it comes to that topic simply because I just feel like there are certain things that I wish I asked. And when I really look at this job occupation and especially what they do as nannies, it's very important to treat it like any other job, especially when you're conducting the interview. And I feel like apart from the vibe you get from someone when you meet them, it's like so important to ask certain questions because this is a stranger who you'll be staying with and you're only taking what they're telling you. It's not even a company. I feel like it's even better, like it's a bigger job than even being at a company where there are people around you. Like this person sleeps in your house, you feed them, they're with you. And for me, I've only had, this is my second one that I have currently, but when I look back at all the mistakes I made and the questions that I should have asked during the interview, I really think about it and I'm like, what was my state of mind at the time? Like, what was I thinking? Because when I met her, she was young looking and very, very sweet and humble. And I was just like, wow, okay. But so weirdly enough, my grandma saw her and she was just like, no, there are things that I don't like about her. And I was like, what? She was like, first of all, she looks like akona ujwaji mingi. What that means, it doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with someone being a bit woke, but woke in the wrong way. Like too much. You don't want somebody who's all up on their phone all the time and they're taking care of your child. So for me, as weird as this may sound, I came up with like a list of questions that I wish I could have asked in the interview process, and it's very very different. I never really asked questions in the beginning. I was just like, yay, here we are, let's do this. I treated her like my sister, which was one of the worst things I ever did. Never doing that again. But so the first question, of course, you ask where they're from. Of course, after their name, then you ask their age. Although I am a firm believer that I don't think that nannies or anyone else can takes care of children just better just because of age. It's about a person. It's about a personality and do they really like kids? Because I feel like being a child minder is like a calling. So if you don't really like kids, then it's also definitely a problem. And regardless of age, you can be 60 and you hate children. It happens. It's just about the person, but you want to know their age also, just because state of mind, maturity sometimes does come with age. Then the third thing is where are they from? Um, where exactly are they from? Are they like, and okay, yeah, you just need to know where they're from because sometimes we come from different cultures and some people from particular tribes are very very cultural. And like, I'll give you an example. My previous nanny had this belief of using pork fat on her child, which I found very weird, but for her it was a belief. And I was like, dude, please never do that to my child. And but it's very very, I feel like for me it's personally very very important. The fourth thing I would definitely ask is religion because I am a Christian, and I want my child to be around somebody who has or understands the same values. Mind you, guys, this is not someone who's going to be in a corporate office. This is someone who's minding your child. So if you share beliefs, it matters, especially to me. Remember, these are the questions I wish I would have asked, and I would definitely ask in future. So yeah, religion, definitely religion. Because if you're Hindu, like, so, I mean, really, the chances of that happening are almost zero. But you get my point. If you believe that if your beliefs are like you should not eat meat and all that stuff, I love meat. How is that gonna work? Then the other thing to ask, or the other thing I wish I would have asked, like, of course, do you have kids? Where are your kids? Are you together with your husband? What happened with your husband? Because sometimes some of them are just there to just shikilia for a bit, and immediately the dude is okay with them going back. They start giving you attitude and they just become a mess, and then they they run away or they just go. So I definitely ask, like, what's the situation? Are you looking for independence? Why do you need this job? How many kids do you have again? Because if you have 1, 2, 3 kids, but your dude is the one who chased you away, of which in this case there are so many who actually the dudes usually chase them, and they have like their own marital wars. And then the next thing is, you are no longer good when they are ready and their husbands are ready to take them back. It's always a problem. You'll be left there in the dark. So you need to know the state of affairs. Or maybe if it's just someone who's gonna come and hold a bit, then go, then it's really up to you. Then the other thing I wish I would have asked for is just good conduct. Good conduct. I mean, I want to know, dude, like, are you a thief? Are you a criminal? Are you not? Are you a psychopath? I don't know if that's possible with good conduct, but maybe that should also be a test. Ideally, in my ideal world, they should go through a test where we know if they're psychopaths or sociopaths. That's how you avoid some of these cases. But yeah, their mental well-being. Maybe there's like some online test. Okay, that just came to me right now. I should be like some online test right there and ask them questions to just see their emotional stability, or make them do one. I'm just taking this to the next level, guys, like, honestly, because I think being around them has really made me, and hearing people's stories where they're the first people that usually expose children to sex and many other things. And I just thought, why not ask all these questions? Why not conduct proper interviews and proper tests? This is not just like any other job. It is one of the most important jobs because they're around you full time. And then, of course, you ask about their previous employer, and if possible, even get their contacts and ask. Just the same way you have referees, you want at least 3 valid, referees, and what they've done and how they left and what happened. That's another thing. That's just another way to keep them accountable. I know this sounds a bit extra, but I think this should be one of the jobs that are very, very extra, that when you're applying for it, you know how hard it is, so you just don't go into it just to get a few coins, because you're staying with someone, you're being fed, you're taking care of kids, you're basically going to be a part of a small family or whatever, and this person is going to be in your space, and it's so important to know. Are there any other questions you feel like you should have asked your nanny? For me, those are the questions. And definitely never forget to take the ID, a copy of it, and even a photo. Take a photo of the person, take a photo of their staff if need be. Just be really safe. Be really safe. The reason why I'm very, very into this topic particularly is just because I also went through an abuse and a story where like a nanny literally abused me so much, and at 5 years old I was testifying against her in court. So I'm very wary about this, and I am actually really good in terms of social and stuff like that, but I don't do that anymore. I did that with my previous nanny, not doing it again. It's now serious business. If you have any questions or any comments, please write them there. And yeah, guys, I'm looking forward to just creating content and just vlogging and having fun with this content, and thank you so much for any one of you guys who subscribed and who watch my videos, who engage with my content. I really, really do appreciate. Thank you so much. Bye bye, guys.